Hey, Primal Punch here. Just wanted to get back with you guys. Oh, little stuff just rattling around in my head, you know. I used to wake up screaming. Wake up fighting for my life. I just, you can get over stuff, you know, if you're willing to. If you're willing to find a way. If you're willing to find a way through, around, over, under a problem. Even if you don't succeed at getting over, under, around, through a problem, at least you're trying, you know? At least you're making the effort. I spent 7 months and 8 days in a prison in Nogales, Mexico. There's a hole, man. There's a hole. Rats boiling up out of the cinder blocks at night. Sleeping on the floor. Concrete floor, man. Always wet, always moist. Hot in the summer. There's no windows, just bars and holes in the walls, you know, with bars over them. Hot in the summer, froze in the winter. I woke up one night on that concrete floor and I had a rat. It had bit my ear. A freaking rat, man, you know. So I hit the rat. I'm gonna punch a rat. You know, didn't have anything else. I saw a guy in there had a damn sword. I don't know where he got the piece of metal. He made a homemade sword. It wasn't just a little shiv like you see, you know, in the prison, the regular prisons here. This guy had a sword, man. You know, there were rich guys that had entire building that used to house equipment for one of the factories where people coil wire for electric motors or this or that, you know. Prison labor, man. These guys had the whole thing turned into a bunkhouse. They were rich dudes. They were good guys, man. Don't get me wrong. They're in the Mexican mafia, but they were more. You know, they got busted with an airplane. Had like 600 kilos of marijuana or something. These guys had their kids going to school in America, houses on both sides of the border, and like that. But you know, they were good dudes. I spent some of my time having it pretty rough, you know. Like the guards didn't like me. They didn't like Americans. I mean, some of the prisoners, they gave me respect because they saw that I just didn't take any junk off the guards. You know, you got to put me down. You got to put me down. I'm not laying down. And I ended up with dysentery and pneumonia. I'm beat on pretty good. That cage, like, it was a trip. Anyway, you know, 7 months, 8 days. Some things you just don't round. You know, you don't round off. And it took a little while for it to sink in, but I used to wake up screaming. Yeah. Wake up thinking they were coming to take me back in, you know. They're going to take me back there. But you get past, you find ways, man. I would have panic attacks, you know, sometimes just during the day for no reason. I muscle them down. I'm not going to let anybody around me know, you know, that I'm bugged. You know, never show weakness if you're not sure about the people around you. Exercise did it for me, you know, physical exercise. I owned my panic attacks. I owned that fear, you know, that fear that would kick in. Anytime I would get that adrenaline dump from a panic attack or from that irrational fear or any kind of fear, I owned it. I shaped it. I used it. 52 handstand push-ups one time, man. I was so pumped full of adrenaline. I would do regular push-ups. Anytime it would hit, I would do something. I would shape it, even if it was just a mental exercise to shape it. I would shape it and form it, sharpen it, point it like a weapon, you know? So, whatever's going on, whatever might be bugging you, if you've got depression, if you have panic attacks, if you know, if there's any kind of something going on, anything at all, you know, there's going to be a way around it, through it, over it, under it. You know, I shouldn't have to say it. There's just a way. And, you know, there's exceptions. People got a disease gonna kill them or something. You know, maybe you can't stop that, but I'll tell you what, you can live while you're here. You can live while you're here, and that's a lesson for all of us, you know. Live to your full potential, and I believe in you. And I believe in all of you. You know, sometimes you have those days where you just feel so brittle. Like one thing could go wrong and just tap against you, that wrong thing, and just break you all apart. But don't let it. You gotta be harder. You gotta be harder than that thing that's happening. Even if it hurts, even if it feels like, man, this is the end of the world. It's not. It's not until you're dead. Fight for every second. Fight like someone's trying to kill you. When you've got a problem, fight it. Fight that problem tooth and nail. Just don't ever give up. You know, you're here. You're here, whatever it is, you know, you're here. And punch hard. You know, whatever it is, just punch hard. Fight against it. And I want you to know that there's a billion people that feel out of place. There's a billion people that are hurting. And you're not alone. You're just not alone. You're in good company. If you're suffering, you're in good company. And there's a way through it, man. Just find something. Find something that feels good, you know? Throw punches in the air. Do something. Shape it. Own it. Because it's part of you, you know? So you gotta own it, otherwise it can own you. So, punch hard, and thank you for coming by.